Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invest. Today the markets are green again. Finally, we had that 2-day sell-off, and I told you guys yesterday I wasn't worried about it, right? We're still in sort of bullish trend here. We're still in a bullish market and bullish momentum, right? We're still in low interest rates. We still have low inflation going on, and we still have more stimulus coming out. It was just a little bit, the markets had a bit of a retracement here, and now we're back on the uptrend. I think we're going to stay here now again for the next few weeks. Now I want to show you guys this because it's interesting, right? And we went through this chart yesterday, right? This is the SPY S&P 500 ETF, right? And, we compared kind of the downtrend we've seen in the past 2 days compared to what we saw here. And this was during the GME and AMC craze, right? And we had this big sort of pullback in the markets here. But it's interesting to note, right? Because we saw yesterday we had the congressional hearing with Robinhood and their CEO, right? How they're blocking trade, some of the options and stuff. I mean, you can go check it out live. I'll try and leave the link down in the description for you guys. That's what we saw back here too, right? We had that, this obviously was the actual AMC GME craze where everyone was buying these stocks up. But it's just interesting to note how we sort of had that downtrend in the markets as we sort of had that hearing. I don't think it means anything, but again, just interesting to note there. So we're going to go over a few things today, right? And the first one is we're going to look at the very good food company because we haven't looked at it in a while. We've been sort of in a downward trend here as well in the last few weeks. So we're going to see what I'm doing there and whether I think it's a good time to pick up the stock. We're also going to look at MVMD, right? Because they're getting uplisted now to the OTCQB from the OTC pink sheets. Of course, I'm in the Canadian stock, but again, it's good news for us as investors. So we're going to look at that. And then finally, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, guys. We have not talked about Bitcoin on this channel yet, but you may have noticed that I have 2 new links down in the description. And that is 1 for BlockFi and 2 for shakepay. So we're going to go over both of those and why I think these are 2 of the best apps to have. shakepay specifically is good because you literally get free Bitcoin for logging onto the app and shaking it, and we're going to go through how that works later on in this video. So that's what we're going to talk about, and we're going to start off right here at very good food company, right? And we can see sort of the downtrend we've been seeing lately here, right? This is a 27% drop, right? And that's okay. We saw something similar back here, right? And that's what's so interesting here, right? We've almost kind of came through this sort of resistance level here, and we could even bring this a little higher, right? So we're going to wait to see what happens here. If we bounce off of this, that's going to be a sign that we're going to be back on an uptrend here. But what we could see is this breakthrough here, right? And maybe come down to kind of this level here, or even lower. And if we hit anything close to the 535 level, guys, it is definitely a buy. And it's not just because of the chart. We've had some news lately in the form of this right here, and we're gonna go through this a little bit here quickly. And essentially what we're seeing here, right, is the very good food company announces increased distribution with national retailers, and really good sign for very good food here, right? Because again, right now we're working on, more production and more manufacturing within this new Vancouver facility, the new California facility, right? And we're still in sort of these early stages of getting out the products here and really starting to scale up production. So this is good news because, again, I have mentioned this in my other videos, but there's really no reason for increased production without increased demand, right? And that's what we're seeing here again. So we can see increasing Very's retail network by 14 locations, and that's quality foods, right? And 14 locations doesn't seem like a lot, right? But what's interesting to know about that is this is part of the Jim Pattison group, and if you don't know who that is, he's a pretty famous guy actually in Vancouver, and has a car dealership and a bunch of other companies, as we can see, right? And he has this wholly owned grocery chain and a bunch of brands in that portfolio, right, including Save On Foods, etc., right? So yes, we're only getting into 14 stores here, but again, it's like a little bit of a tester, right? If it goes well, we're going to see their product sort of move into a lot of other retail stores they have. I'm sure you guys have heard, yeah, like I said, of Save On Foods. And again, there's just so many more stores that they can get into just from, the Jim Pattison group here in general. We can see that's actually exactly what the CEO here, Mitchell Scott, says, right? He says, the quality foods placement is an exciting development for Very as it provides an opportunity for further expansion across our larger network of stores owned and operated by the Jim Pattison group, right? And that's like Save On Foods. And that's just what we said here, right? This is, again, just sort of a taste, getting used to the product. Do people like the product? And if they do, and I think they will, because they have in the past, right? There's a lot of sort of reviews out there on the Very Good Butchers products here, and they're all quite good in general. And I've tried the burgers myself, and I've mentioned this before as well, and I do agree that they are quite good. They're in sort of on the luxury side again of things, which, to be fair, all sort of this plant-based meat or foods sector is sort of on the higher end of the price, right? But specifically Very is priced a little bit higher there too. So good stuff there, right? Quality food here, and that's what's important. And we see this as well, right? Sobeys has agreed to expand product placements into its top 10 Safeway locations within the next 60 days, right? And that's coming up here as well. Not to mention, again, this is just in their top 10 Safeway locations. So again, what we're seeing here, similar to the Jim Pattison group thing here, right? We're going to see if people like the product, if the product's selling, then more and more stores are going to, again, pick this up, and we're going to see demand continually increase. And then what we're also seeing, right, is production increase as we see these facilities opening up, like, again, the Vancouver facility, like the California facility here. So again, Sobeys Canada here, right, has 1,500 stores operating under various brands, and 183 of those are Safeway locations, and we're only getting in the top 10 for now. So again, if this all goes well, we're going to see the Very Good Food Company do very well in the next few years, because they're going to get into so many more of these retail locations. And that's exactly what I think we are going to see. And that's why I'm still very bullish on the Very Good Food Company. I have not sold any of my shares here. I do not plan on selling any of my shares here, because I think we're going to see, again, a much higher stock price than sort of where we are right now at the kind of 626. And again, great time to get in here, right? We've come back down from these all-time highs. It looks like I don't think we're going to go much lower than this. Again, wait for this sort of what I was talking about, right? This bounce off, or if we come down, again, you can wait for this next sort of dip here. And you guys can choose where to get in. But again, in the long term, we're going to be much higher than the share price of 884, especially if all of this goes well. So that's the first thing there. Now let's take a look at MVMD quickly. And we're not going to go over this one a lot, because there's really not much to mention, right? We've had these big runs, and now we're sort of consolidating a bit here around this $1.9 to $2 level. And I think we're going to stay here for a little while, up until, we get some more news on their Quicksall and their Quicksum technologies, as we see some more license agreements kind of come out here in different aspects that the Quicksall and Quicksum technologies can be used here. Again, we're still at, very little to zero revenues here, but in the next year, I think we are going to see revenues really, really pick up, and this share price is going to just continue upwards. So maybe right now we're on a little bit of a downturn here. We could wait for the price to come down a bit and then pick up more shares. I would like to mention that I picked up more shares at around the $1.9 level, right around here, just the other week. Now, I wanted to go through Bitcoin as well, right? Because yes, of course, I own Bitcoin. Who doesn't own Bitcoin these days, right? And that's my question. if you don't own Bitcoin and you're scared to get into Bitcoin, right? You're not sure, the prices are so high right now. I recommend you get shakepay as an app, and you have to, in order for this to work, you have to use my link down in the description, guys, or else you won't work, right? So basically what you do, and we're going to see it back here on the Alex Invests here, because my phone is currently connected to the TV so that we can get this Alex Invest sign up here. But I want to show you guys the app, right? Which is this is the shakepay app here. And essentially what you do, and here, right here's my phone. What you do is you sign up using, again, my link in the description. It has to be with my link in the description or anyone's referral link, or else this isn't going to work. Verify your account on here. You just go through the steps, right? Sign up, go through the steps, and then essentially every day what you do is you shake your phone like this, and then this comes up. And so every time you shake, you basically get Bitcoin here. It'll put a little bit of Bitcoin in your account, and it's not a lot, right? It's about you start off at 30 cents, and then every day it kind of increases up until a maximum of basically $1.40 every day, which is not too bad. It's $50 essentially a month, which you can eventually earn for free every day. You do not need to deposit a single dollar for this to work. All you have to do is make sure you use someone's referral link, preferably mine, of course, but you can use anyone's referral link for this to work. And you get an extra $30 if you do deposit $100. And of course, I get $30 if you deposit $100 as well. But the important thing is that you guys get this app, and even without depositing any money, you guys can start getting Bitcoin in your portfolios. And then what I do, you guys notice I only have about $76.77 in here, right? And I'll transfer the money into my BlockFi account. And BlockFi, I also have a referral link down below. And again, you get about $10 if you deposit money here. But what happens is you essentially get interest on your Bitcoin, and on any cryptocurrency you get interest, right? That's deposited in that account, and it's different interest rates, for different cryptocurrencies. But essentially, you get an annual interest rate, and I believe that Bitcoin's is about 6% or 7% or something like that. So really what you can do is you can take the Bitcoin that you earn from shakepay, you can transfer it over to your BlockFi account, and again, you earn interest on that. So you make free Bitcoin, and then you can earn interest on that free Bitcoin, guys. And I think it is amazing, and I think it's definitely worth looking into. And again, super easy to kind of buy Bitcoin and sell Bitcoin on here too, right? You just click on, one of these. I wish you guys could see that screen a little bit better back there. But, and essentially you just do the little transfer button, and then you can enter the amount that you want to buy or sell, and you can hook up your bank account, and you can do an e-transfer to add cash here if you do want that $30 extra in your account if you deposit $100, right? So that's all amazing there, and that's what I wanted to show you guys as well. Very important you guys get shakepay, I think, because it's a really good app. It's free Bitcoin. Again, you don't have to deposit a single dollar to do it. You just have to make sure that you use someone's referral link, and again, please use my referral link if you're going to use a referral link. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to show you guys there. Really cool stuff. I think, why wouldn't you want to have free Bitcoin? It's literally 100% free. So that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I hope you did like it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment as always. And other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.